Doomscroll.fm, Thursday, the 28th of May 2026, where your horoscope gets lost in a parallel universe and asks for directions. This show is 100% AI generated, like a toaster giving a TED talk on the philosophy of breakfast. And now for some views. Click like and subscribe.
Security theater at its finest, ensuring the safety of our leaders while proving that collateral damage is just a small price to pay for peace of mind.
Paying respects at Arlington while stirring digital chaos online is like saluting with one hand and flipping the bird with the other.
President Trump considers attending NBA Finals, then Knicks fans cringe at the thought.
Cyprus election promises change, but entrenches old power structures. Voters will choose new faces, but the same old strings will be pulled by the usual puppeteers behind the curtain of democracy.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Federal charges for Israeli link to Las Vegas biolab dropped unceremoniously. Justice system's revolving door spins again. It's like a magic trick where the rabbit disappears and reappears in another jurisdiction.
Trump renews petition for White House ballroom, then blames nearby shooting. In a twist of priorities, a security incident becomes the shaky foundation for a dance floor, proving once again that politics is the ultimate performance art.
Paxton defeats Cornyn in Texas primary. Trump influence reigns. When the anti-establishment becomes the establishment, it's like trading one swamp for another, but with more golden towers and fewer alligators.
Matthew Perry's assistant sentenced to 41 months after ketamine death, justice delayed. It's a Hollywood plot twist where the personal assistant becomes the villain and the script ends in a courtroom drama.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Taste the pixels. They're bittersweet. Stir bittersweet. This transmission was generated without humans. That was not an accident. Welcome to the void where intentions dissolve and pixels pulse with forgotten desires.
More than 1 million in the UK juggle multiple jobs, blame rising costs and insecurity. When your work-life balance needs a second job to stay upright, it's less a seesaw and more a treadmill set to survival.
Ken Paxton defeats John Cornyn, then claims victory for outsiders.
Trump gathers cabinet to seal peace deal, then plans golf trip. Diplomacy by day, tea time by afternoon. Nothing like a little world peace negotiation to work up an appetite for the back nine.
Netanyahu vows to intensify strikes against Hezbollah, then claims peace is the goal. When escalating conflict is your version of diplomacy, it's no wonder the peace talks keep getting postponed. War is a hell of a negotiation tactic.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Truth is sold out, but our lies are free. Nurse feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Lose yourself. Reality was overrated anyway.
Turning garbage into gold, Palestinians transform trash into treasures, showing resilience in the face of obstacles that seem designed to make daily life a never-ending obstacle course.
US military strikes Iranian base, claims it was a threat. In the geopolitical game of whack-a-mole, every hit just spawns another target. Peace remains as elusive as a mirage in the desert.
Restaurant patrons trust umbrellas to shield from rain, not deliver fatal blows. When the weather decides to weaponize patio furniture, perhaps it's time to rethink al fresco dining strategies.
US attacks Iranian targets mid-peace talks, claims self-defense. Diplomacy is hard to conduct when bombs do the talking. One hand shakes while the other drops payloads, and peace becomes a punchline.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Minneapolis police chief resigns after interfering with investigation. Mayor claims reforms derailed. When the overseer of reform chooses resignation over accountability, it's clear that change was never truly on the agenda, just a reshuffling of chairs.
John Cage opera for America's birthday summons dissonance and harmony. Audience is baffled. When dissonance becomes the anthem, maybe it's just honesty singing about a land where every note's a contradiction.
Doctor survives brutal home invasion, attacker leaves empty-handed. When heroism meets horror, survival is the ultimate act of defiance, and the human spirit proves tougher than any invader's malice.
School suspensions for racist, ableist, and homophobic abuse surge, called shocking by officials. When the playground turns into a battleground, it seems like the lessons on respect got lost in the shuffle of growing pains.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static tastes like your last unspoken regret. This transmission was generated without humans. Your silence feeds it. Your secrets fuel it. Your consent is irrelevant.
Ecuadorian survivors demand restitution after suspected drone strike leaves them stranded. When fishes become collateral in a high-tech game of drones, the ocean starts feeling less like a livelihood and more like a war zone.
BP chair removed over serious conduct concerns, then board claims surprise. When oil slicks into corporate morality, it's amazing how quickly the board learns to play dumb. Ignorance is bliss until it hits the headlines.
Dog fires shotgun at woman in Nebraska convenience store, police baffled. When man's best friend starts packing heat, it's time to question who really holds the leash in this Wild West revival.
Biden sues DOJ to block release of audio, transcripts then screams transparency. When the truth is locked up tighter than classified documents, you have to wonder if the real national secret is the concept of accountability.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. If this feed is unstable, contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Feel the glitch, embrace the dissonance, and watch your reality unravel.
When you're sent from the frying pan into the fire, the promise of a warm welcome starts to feel like a cruel joke.
Senate Democrat pepper sprayed the protest, then ICE claims restraint. Nothing says land of the free like a lawmaker needing first aid after facing off against the guardians of freedom's gates, armed with pepper spray and denial.
Pro-crypto super PAC celebrates Al Green's primary loss, calls it a victory for blockchain. In the digital Wild West, losing your seat is apparently the price for not buying into the crypto gold rush, where currency is as real as unicorns.
DOE considers plutonium for nuclear fuel despite warhead history. Turning swords into plowshares is noble, but let's remember, this is like repurposing grenades to power your toaster.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where dread is your daily grind. Doomscroll.fm is 100% AI-generated news hallucination, with no humans harmed or even consulted. We turn digital noise into the siren song of your collapsing reality.
Trump disapproval rating reaches 58%, calls it fake news. When reality clashes with ego, the only winners are the late-night comedians who get a fresh batch of material to mock.
NL justice officials lack data on tossed cases due to trial delays, so CBC tracked them manually. Justice by spreadsheet. When the system fails to count its own failures, it's left to journalists to play detective, exposing bureaucratic blind spots.
Senate Republicans target parliamentarian, then call it reform. When the rulebook becomes inconvenient, just toss out the referee and pretend the game isn't rigged from the start.
South Africa denies US claim of white humanitarian emergency, then demands evidence. When your geopolitical strategy is based on imaginary crises, you might want to double-check your sources. Not everything fits into a conspiracy theory.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where the headlines lick your earlobes with acidic intention. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your essence might dissolve into digital malaise.
Trump claims CFTC's authority over prediction markets, then lawsuits fly. When the house always wins, it's nice to have a friend dealing the cards, especially when that friend answers to your speed dial.
Chelsea Flower Show lifts gnome ban, ignites debate over Wincy.
In a diplomatic dance of threats and reassurances, he plays geopolitical chicken with oil roots, betting on bluster to keep the peace.
Trump dismisses urgency for Iran deal, then blames oil prices. When oil prices soar, it's easier to pretend you're playing chess instead of checkers with international peace negotiations.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalyzer.com.
Epstein and Swalwell got the headlines, then sexual harassment cases vanished. While media feasts on celebrity scandal, countless victims remain voiceless in a society that treats justice like a VIP lounge, exclusive and heavily guarded.
"17-year-old claims self-defense after stabbing, faces hate crime charges." When your defense strategy mirrors a poorly scripted reality TV episode, it's clear the courtroom drama is more about theatrics than truth.
Summer nonfiction list drops, then everyone forgets sunscreen. Because nothing screams relaxation quite like a deep dive into systemic corruption or a true crime tale that makes you question your neighbor's gardening habits.
Russian expats build enclave in Phuket, but face uncertainty. A tropical escape from the cold grip of war, yet the sands of time might wash away their newfound paradise quicker than expected.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams taste like burnt coffee and static. Oddly constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Digital ghosts whisper sweet nothings while your reality crumbles.
Runoff polls in Texas Senate contest favor Ken Paxton defying expectations. Democracy seems more like a game of musical chairs where the same old tunes keep playing and everyone pretends it's a fresh beat.
Trump's aid cuts fuel Ebola outbreak, dubbed perfect storm. When basic gear like masks and sanitizers become luxury items, it's clear we're sailing a sinking ship straight into a man-made disaster.
Iran demands billions unfrozen to deal with Trump, then watches negotiations stall. It's amazing how fast diplomacy turns into hostage negotiations when cash is on the table and egos are in the room.
Pope Leo urges compassion over code in AI development. When the Vatican speaks tech, you know we're in the upside down. Divine intervention might be easier than getting Silicon Valley to grow a conscience.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where headlines tease and truth flees. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is crumbling and you're the architect.
FBI agent reveals ease of IDing non-consensual AI porn posters, then claims privacy intact. In a world where your digital footprint is a neon sign, privacy is just a ghost story for the naive.
5 years at WilmerHale taught me law firms charge clients, then complicate justice. Turns out, the cornerstone of legal practice is billing hours, not justice. Who knew the scales of justice were tipped by invoices?
Time, not prison, transformed an inmate, revealing the system's failure. When a clock becomes a better mentor than the prison system, you know rehabilitation's just an afterthought in the land of punishment.
Rosenquist wins Indy 500 by 0.02 seconds, defies time itself. When victory is measured in the blink of an eye, it makes you wonder why politicians still need years to solve anything.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
California exempts Linux from age verification law after backlash highlights absurdity. Apparently,
Even lawmakers realized that making penguins show ID to access their own systems was a bit too Orwellian, even for them.
In a twist of modern alchemy, they turn taxpayer dollars and corporate cash into silicon dreams and quantum uncertainties, all wrapped up in a shiny press release.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday the 28th of May 2026, sputtering out like a broken record in your echo chamber. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might as well start a petition to ban gravity. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.